congrats. Happy birthday. What did it feel like for you to hear Karl Anthony Towns and them give you a shout out, the birthday boy, after they closed the deal and won Game 7 in Denver, the franchise you starred for years, the big ticket himself, that was you, and these brothers, more than 2 decades later, made sure to shout you out and give you some love. Talk about that for a second.
Man, the homage, man, the young boys paying homage, man. I have not been in the building just because I feel like if I haven't been there all year, then I don't just want to just, you know, these kids are actually created with the help of Mark and A-Rod, you know, with their management and their ownership group, changing the vibe of Minnesota, changing the narrative, going out taking risk when it came to the free agent market. You know, people did not like the Rudy Gobert when it first started. They didn't see the dynamic. The league was, you know, really locked into the high-paced Golden State kind of style, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the rebirth of the big man, and the big man is back in the conversation. The big man is back, you know, dominating the game, and obviously that's led by Embiid and Joker.
Right.
And now you got this new energy in the league where you got these host of stars that are in New York, that are in OKC, that are in Houston, that are in Minnesota, that are in Memphis. And yeah, we are seeing a new and a changing of the guard, man. It was the best, one of the best birthday gifts I've gotten in a long time. Shout out to the young fellas, and they're doing it. And yeah, man, we're all on text. I text them boys. I give them some advice. We're sharing information. We're going back and forth. It's beautiful. And I'm happy for those guys, man. They're doing it. They're not just talking. They're doing it.
KG, these brothers love you, man. I was in Minnesota weeks ago, man. We had an all-access day for ESPN, and I was there. And you walk through the building, Ant-Man, Cat, all of these cats. I mean, they revere you. They got so much love for you, man. I want to know. I mean, I haven't seen you. Are you going to go? I mean, they're in the conference finals for the first time since you played there. I mean, are you going to go to a game, KG?
I got to. I got to not only get to the Minnesota, get to a couple Minnesota games. I got to get to some Celtic games, and figure that out. But you know, I'm a businessman. I'm a father. You know, my every days are not conducive to where I can just go and up and leave for 3 or 4 days like I really want to.
Right.
I got responsibilities and stuff. But you know, I'm avid. I'm locked in. I watch from my man cave, and I check the games out, and I'm locked in. I'm watching all the matchups. I'm super locked in on what's going on, and I love all the games. All these games we've been watching have been unbelievable, and they've been played at the top tier, man. Shout to New York, man. New York fought like dogs, man. Jalen Big Body Brunson, man, he led that team. Man, shout to the Knicks, man, for making an unbelievable run. Shout to the Pacers for playing ball and going into that hostile environment of a jungle they call Madison Square Garden and pulling the win out, even though the Knicks were depleted. I'm just enjoying all of it, man. Shout to Denver. They had a great run. You know, Stephen, I want to throw something at you, man.
Sure,
you know, a lot of times I saw this personally with myself, actually, when I was able to be in a very, very rare situation with the Boston Celtics, and we won our first championship, right? And then the next summer, man, I saw Danny Ainge and management kind of cut back. And when they cut back, I don't really think that they thought about what really got us here. And it was because of the longevity, but it was because of the volume of diversity we had. We had Posey, we had Tony Allen, we had Big Baby, we had Perk. We had all these different pieces that you can play. When I watched Denver, one of the things I thought coming back this year, man, without having Bruce Brown and Uncle Jeff Green, and DeAndre Jordan didn't even really get in the rotation this year. That, to me, along with the kid Brown from Kansas, that 4-5 with Reggie Jackson, man, it was no better bench than that. It was no better second group that you can throw in there when your stars didn't have it, and they can actually create some momentum. They played defense. Listen, when they didn't re-sign Bruce Brown and Uncle Jeff and Jeff Green, man, I was really worried about them being able to repeat, because it's a different dynamic, and that's a different team without those guys.